Hi, Cancer. How are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at past versus new love. Okay, so if you are currently in a connection, it's going to show up in one or the other. Okay, whether it's a brand new connection, it's probably going to show up in the new. But if it's someone that you've known a while, it may show up in the past. More likely than anything. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel, just a super small channel. So every single subscribe really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much for all your support so far. Today I do have four different decks that I'm using. We're going to be looking at your energy, firstly, with the Voice of the Souls Oracle. Very interesting messages that one brings through. We do have the Dreaming Lenormand for the past energy. For the new or future energy, I do have the Scrying Ink Lenormand, and then getting some, outcomes or extra information with the Island Time Wellness deck. Okay, the Love Oracle there. But starting off, we're going to have a look at your energy. Okay, Cancer, what does Cancer need to know about love, please? Okay, Cancer, physical pain. Okay, so the imagery on this card always does remind me of that Three of Swords in the tarot, which, as anyone that does watch tarot readings will know, does talk about heartbreak and, being stabbed in the heart, that physical pain that heartbreak can cause. A lot of the time people don't realize that, you know, emotional pain can actually have a physical side effect in a lot of different ways. Whether if you're like me and neurodivergent, it definitely does. But the reason for that physical pain that you may be in at the moment is because you're holding on to something to do with forgiveness. Okay, we have forgiveness coming through. So whether that's you needing to forgive somebody, or you needing to offer your forgiveness to somebody, or maybe you need to offer that forgiveness to yourself. There's something that you're holding too deeply that it's starting to affect you physically, with the ideal of love, something that may have happened, some sort of heartbreak, and needing to forgive something with that, whether it's someone, yourself, or them needing to forgive you. We can always ask for forgiveness. We do need to accept, though, that sometimes it is not given. So, but forgiving yourself, I feel for a lot of you, it's probably the forgiving yourself over something, or accepting something. I'm getting that energy of like someone saying, how did I let that happen? Even if you're the one in the heartbreak and you're the one in the physical pain from something that someone else has done, there's always these lingering feelings of, how did I let that happen? How was I okay with that? So forgiveness definitely having a role to play there. But we'll have a look at the past energy for you, Cancer. Okay, past love energy for Cancer, please. Yeah, so definitely seeing you, and on the bottom of that deck, we do have the Whip, which talks about tension and troubles that have occurred in the past. All right, so we do see you here in the Bear energy. So for a lot of you, this is actually physical pain from something that may have happened quite a while ago. I am just getting that, with the tension itself, the fighting itself showing up on the bottom of the deck rather than in the cards, and then the first card being that Bear energy. This definitely could have been something that has happened quite a while ago. So for some of you, this may actually be more about something that's not romantic love as well. This may have something to do with the way we've set ourselves up to love in the past, from childhood and things like that. The way that we've been shown how to love in the past has really put us, we've been in this bear energy where we're very sort of defensive against love, and trying to be strong and powerful, but also, very guarded at the same time. This bear energy is a very sort of guarded energy. We do find that the bear, this is a sweet little panda, but, it's still that kind of, it's still got that element of, you know, um, defensiveness, and because a panda, they're very sort of hidden, and they hide themselves away from the world, and you know um they're rare, or whatever, not rare, but almost extinct, I suppose, is the proper terminology or whatever for pandas. But so they're very sort of hidden away, they're hard to find, and you kind of are making yourself hard to find for love. Okay, and that's sort of been an ongoing thing for you, because we do also see the house energy here. So this is you really, this is why I'm kind of feeling that for a lot of you, this is something to do with, non-romantic love, from your past, from your family. Okay, so there may be something in that for you to sort of think about, with, the way that you have been raised to understand love, and the way that that has made you present yourself to romantic love, because of your understanding of love from, your childhood, that kind of thing. So we do sometimes see this in, the bear sometimes can talk about nurturing. So I'm kind of getting that element of something to do with the way that you've been nurtured. Like I mentioned at the start there that I am neurodivergent, and you do a lot of the time find that, childhood things that you may not have even realized were, um, I don't want to say trauma, because I don't necessarily feel as though it's trauma that we're feeling here. It's just something to do with the way that you've been nurtured, and it's kind of like that idea of, if you are raised by a mother who doesn't show a lot of physical affection, then you don't understand how to show physical affection yourself, as an adult. Okay, so it's something like that, something to do with the way that you've been, nurtured as a child, and um, like it's left you very, very guarded and defensive against certain types of love, and maybe not understanding all the types of love, because, on the flip side, we kind of see that, if you're raised by a mother who is overly protective, that, we react in another totally different way, and then we're very, very protective and overprotective, especially with the bear there too. We're very overprotective when we are adults, and love somebody. We're very overprotective, which, to somebody who doesn't understand that can actually be very stifling. Okay, so it's something along those lines. I really feel for a lot of you, this is something to do with, the way that you find security and stability in love, and not being able to express that, in a way that other people understand. Okay, so you've just had some sort of clash in the past there with, the way that you understand love, and you're not being able to express that in a way that the other person can understand that. But what we're sort of seeing here as well is the book. Okay, so that's letting us know your story is not over yet. It hasn't even been entirely written yet. You can always, close that book and start a brand new story for yourself whenever you want. You are the author of your story. This can become a brand new book, brand new chapter whenever you want it to. Okay, so I do feel as though that there may be something in that for you, Cancer, and it's about forgiveness. So it may be, forgiving yourself for not understanding love in the same way as somebody else. It may be, forgiveness for a parent, for the way that they have shown their love to you, and raised you to believe love is. All those sorts of things are coming through with that. But I'm going to grab some outcomes for that past energy. Outcomes for Cancer with their past love energy, please. Outcomes for Cancer with the past love energy. Yeah, so we're definitely seeing you needing to look back at the past and really sort of looking into what's gone on in the past for you with love and how that has sort of made you defensive in some way, overprotective in some way against love. Because we are seeing the camera, okay, that does say reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past and making memories. All right. We also do have the sword and the rose, which is all about finding that clarity and revelations from looking back, finding that clarity that you need to move forward. It does say clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So we're seeing once again that idea of protection, and the way that you protect yourself, the way that you protect yourself against love. Okay, you feel as though you know, have a very strong sense of power with that as well, but there's something that does need to sort of come to the truth surface, truth, that revelation for you within all that. Okay, so maybe needing to look back at the past to sort of really find clarity on how to move forward in the future with love. Okay, but we'll have a look at the new and future love energy. Okay, Cancer, new and future love energy for Cancer, please. Okay, and I'll grab the outcomes for the future. New and future love outcomes for Cancer, please. Okay, so definitely sort of seeing, you are the first reading where it's all about you. It's not necessarily involving a lot of other energy in your energy at the moment. There's some things that you need to sort of deal with just on your own at this time when it comes to the ideal of love. But we are seeing in the future that that's really working out for you because firstly, we do have the moon. Okay, so that's actually the Cancer card. So showing up in your own energy there, but it is all about emotional sensitivities and following your intuition. So really trusting yourself and trusting that your emotions are leading you where you want them to and where you need them to lead you. But we are also seeing the anchor. Okay, so finding some sort of security and stability within your emotions. There's nothing wrong with emotional stability. That's something a lot of people try their whole lives to achieve. But we are sort of heading into a newfound sense of emotional stability within yourself, within the ideal of love for you there. So that's the things that have weighed you down emotionally in the past. I feel that you're going to lift the anchor on those things that have sort of weighed you down, held you back, kept you stuck in love and emotionally. You really are seeming to be lifting that anchor and turning those things into a sense of security and stability for yourself. And we do have here too the birds. Okay, so I do feel that the birds is all about conversation. So I do feel as though this is all about you sitting down with yourself and having that really big D&M with yourself. Looking back at this stuff that has led you to here, that you want to, conversing with yourself about where you want to go in the future, your desired outcomes with love and how we're going to get there. Okay, so we are seeing clearly here this is partly what has gone on and left you in this bare energy in the past. We do see not enough. Okay, so you've been frustrated in relationships, possible lack of confidence, self-sabotaging, fear or ego issues, and jealousy. So they may have been issues that you faced in the past. That I'm just getting drawn once again back to that whip energy. So that may be an outcome that you are dealing with that emotionally and working through that to rid yourself of this pain that you're feeling from that and forgiving yourself for feeling as though you're not enough for love and for your desired outcomes with love, because we also are seeing the phoenix. Okay, so that lets us know you're totally being reborn from the ashes of cancer that was, being born into a brand new version of yourself and brand new version of love for yourself, and being able to share that in the future. It does say new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. Okay, so really, really going through that transformation and that growth, in order to solve this for yourself. I do feel as though it's all kind of stemming from that not enough, that we all have that self flagellation type energy a lot of the time, where we beat ourselves up for certain things. So going back once again to that forgiveness card, who do you need to forgive, Cancer? I feel for a lot of you it's yourself, that you need to forgive, and definitely wherever you've learnt this, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve love, wherever you've learnt that, going back to look at that and work out, does that even work for you? Like, if that's how it's one of them things. It's hard to change those long held beliefs, but the first step is forgiving yourself for having those beliefs, and recognizing that you've had those beliefs, and that really does sort of really start you on that journey to totally transform that energy into what you want it to be in the future, and whatnot. Okay, so new phases within yourself, when it comes to love. Okay, Cancer. So overall, we may be looking at some deep energy, some stuff that's been held on to by you for a very long time, but you definitely have it within you to stabilize yourself out, and really have those conversations with yourself, and work out exactly where you need to be, and where you need to be in the future. The future, Cancer, is a totally different version of the past. Okay, so use the past to spur you on rather than hold you back. Okay. Well, that's what we have for you today, Cancer. Let me know if that resonated for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Obviously, the moon signs are usually quite strong. I have found the Venus signs to be quite strong with the love readings this time around as well. But also, if you are interested in a specific person, maybe cross-watch their sign as well, if that's sort of what you're after, more wanting some extra energy from elsewhere. Okay, because we have just picked up on only you, with this particular reading, Cancer. But all the best on that journey. It's you've got it. Okay, you've got this, Cancer. All the best. Hope to see you again soon.